Great news, everybody. Some guy on TikTok, not me, believes that he's found some kind of legal loophole so that if the police pull him over, he can not be liable for not having a driving license or insurance. You see, he said that he told the police this and filmed himself doing this, that he's filed a UCC 1308 form and therefore has no joinder with the police. And essentially the UCC 1308 allows a party, it says here, to agree to perform a contract under protest and without accepting any of the consequences typically associated with such an action. Essentially, this says it's a way for someone to comply with the terms of a contract whilst reserving the right to contest certain aspects of it in the future. Now, there's only three problems that I can see with this. First of all, that it's some unqualified guy on TikTok, as opposed to me. I mean, I'm on TikTok, but I'm qualified. So that's the first problem. The second problem is that it's relating to the law of the United States, not of England and Wales, or any part of the United Kingdom, in fact. The UCC 1308 is part of the Uniform Commercial Code, which is a comprehensive set of laws governing commercial transactions in the United States. Which brings us on to problem number 3. Even if that law did apply in England and Wales, it relates to commercial transactions. Now, some people believe that their relationship with the police is some form of commercial transaction, but it isn't. You see, these people saying that there's no joinder between them and the police and there's no contract between them and the police is utterly meaningless because it doesn't work like that. You see, the police aren't policing under any kind of contractual arrangement between you or me, the general public. They have a common law duty to investigate crime and statutory powers with which to do so. For example, the power under Section 163 of road traffic legislation allows the police to pull over a vehicle for the purposes of checking the documentation, such as driving license and insurance. They don't need a reason to do that. Now, some people say that the police can't pull a vehicle over for no reason. Well, that's strictly true, but it's a bit of a legal technicality. The reason is that they'll be pulling the vehicle over to do these stop checks of the driving license and insurance. Now, the funny part of this story was that this driver refused to provide these details, citing all this nonsense that I just described. And the officer persisted and tried to give him an out and said, well, if you just give me your details, then it will be a defense to you to produce your documents within 7 days, as commonly referred to as a producer. You don't really see that much anymore. But the guy stood his ground and refused to do so, and therefore, obviously, you can see where this is headed. Because if the police aren't able to identify the driver, then they can detain the driver. But the police usually run through various checks and eventually can pull the details back. And in most cases like this, not sure about this one, I didn't watch it till the end, but in most cases like this, they end up finding out that they are registered with the DVLA anyway, and they do have insurance anyway, and that this whole thing is a bit of a charade for TikTok views. Now, I'm no stranger to doing videos for views, but I like to throw in a bit of education now and then, and what I don't do is throw in different legislation from different jurisdictions that has absolutely no bearing on you whatsoever. But I hope you found that a little bit lighthearted and entertaining, so if you see these videos around, don't pay them any attention, and certainly please don't be led into thinking that this is some kind of loophole for you to argue with the police and refuse to provide your details. But with that, I hope you enjoyed it. Please like the video and subscribe. See you next time.